Okay, boom. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning into a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this evening. We have a magnificent guest with us, one who is going to give us some amazing information as well as inspiration, and that is none other than our brother, straight out of Detroit, Michigan, Brother Lavell. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Yes, sir. And Brother Lavelle, on behalf of myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast, we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come have a conversation with us, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the invitation, brother.
Yes, sir. The honor is ours. What we wanted to know is when is the first time you heard the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Yes, sir. So the first time I heard the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, um, it was, I guess, through, or the first time I even heard of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was through the Malcolm X movie by Spike Lee.
Okay,
And
okay.
so that was like my introduction to just hearing about this man and then doing some study later on that man.
Wonderful. Yes, sir. So you heard the teachings. What was it uh, about the teachings that resonated with you and made you want to accept?
So I would say that me, just how I am in general, anything that I find interest in, I will study it deeply. And this, what I had heard since what I was hearing was coming from Brother Malcolm and watching, listening to his lectures. And so what I was hearing is something different than I had ever heard before. And just everything about God, and God is not a spirit, he's a man. And so this was a big point, which I had to study very deeply to come to understand. So that point, and I studied a lot early, Yacub, I studied that. But the thing was, everything I was studying was backed up and it was factual. So it just kept me digging deeper to get, better understanding of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
All praises due to Allah. Beautiful. Thank you, Brother Lavelle. And thank you, Sister Miriam Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, family. Walaikum salam, Sister Miriam. Brother Keen, ex Robinson. Walaikum salam, Brother Keen. Thank you for showing love, and I'm glad you were able to find us live today, Brother Keen. And us to all the martial artists out there who are holding it down like Brother King. Um, yes, sir, Brother Lavelle. So you said God being a man. Could you let us know
Yes,
how
sir.
did you how did you come to grips with that, and explain to the audience your findings, sir?
So at first, I wasn't a Christian, and I came across these teachings when I was in eighth grade. So in eighth grade, I was kind of back and forth. I was studying Malcolm and therefore studying Islam at the same time. And so I say the nation, and I was kind of back and forth between, the Sunni persuasion and the nation. And so I took, at the time, I was taking more of the argument that God is not a man, and using the Sunni argument against the Christians to make my point valid, where, the scripture said that God is not a man that he shall lie, nor a son of man that he shall repent, and things of that nature. Um, but, the deeper I studied, the more I started to see the reality as taught by of God, as taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the way the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan makes it so plain to us that God, yes, God is a man, and we find all in the Scripture that is exactly how God is presented to us. He's a man who walks and talks and eats, and he can sit down. He's not some spirit, some spook in the sky. So just being able to understand from that level, how they break it down in the scripture, Bible, Quran, and just science in every way possible. To me, it just the proving that God is a man from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They did it, and it's nothing really to refute that except what you may personally feel about the subject.
Excellent. Go ahead, Brother Better. Teach me. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, sir. And Brother Audio Nasur says, all praise due to Allah. Thank you for the information, inspiration. Thank you, Brother Audio Nasur. Mosque number 6, holding it down. Thank you, Brother Larry Muhammad. Thank you, Brother Larry, for your kind words. Brother 147 Savage, Flint, Michigan, always showing love and teach. Brother Keen and everyone, please let us know what city you all are watching from. But 147 Savage, this Michigan, Detroit. He's been in there since been with us since the beginning. Thank you for
Hey,
your showing
to
love, sir.
Allah.
I wanted to ask you. You spoke of Yakub. What was fascinating about Yakub that made you want to study him?
Well, when you hear someone teaching that this, we over exaggerate sometimes our people, this big head scientist took some black people from Mecca and took them to the island of Pilan or Patmos and then made white people, that is seen as mockery. Sometimes I see where a lot of people use it as mockery, but when I went into it to understand the science, and at that time in eighth grade, we were actually going through Mendel's law
Mm,
at the
mm,
time. So just breaking it down on a scientific level, and then um, seeing where the scientists had bear witness. It was one Asian scientist. He had bore witness that Asians and white people were like a mutant people, is what he said, of black people. And so from
mm.
there, in eighth grade, a lot I was teaching. I get, I was teaching Yacub, and I had an Asian friend, and he would always ask me questions on this subject. So I was always teaching on Yakub and breaking it down as best I knew how, because I didn't know that much. I just knew, I knew what the messenger taught on it, and from the reading of it in Message to the Black Man and breaking down the grafting process. So, early in my development, I was teaching on Yakub a lot.
Beautiful. And uh, Brother Lavelle, I too spoke of Yakub in biology class. My teachers, Mr. Champion, as well as Mr. Handtech, they would basically turn the class over to me when I would get going. And they like, all right,
Yes,
let's see what
sir.
you got, Mr. Muhammad. And I would say, did you know that in the grafting,
Yes, sir.
so everybody in class, they didn't just even if they thought, I was going too deep, nobody, argued with me. It was just like, all right, they didn't care, but I would definitely
Yes,
speak
sir.
about Yakub and teach about Yakub.
Oh, excuse me
Uh,
1 second, brother. I'm sorry. 1 second.
okay, yes, sir. Brother Musa, Assalamu alaikum family. Walaikum salam, Brother Musa holding it down. Allah had his hand on you, brother Lavelle, and then everyone is teaching. And okay, boom. Why brother Lavelle is taking a break in the mean streets of Detroit right now? Somebody is dealing with him and speaking to him on the interview. I want to let you all know this month we got some amazing guests coming up. You all don't want to miss it. I'm telling you all, we have some the lineups starting Sunday or Saturday. We got another interview. Sunday, it's gonna be. It's just y'all don't want to miss what's happening. This Sunday, we got two great interviews, as well as if anybody who's watching wants to give us a guest suggestions, please let us know so we can put those in the chat. And Brother Bell, you back with us?
Yes, I'm sorry. I had to move.
Yes, sir. Okay, 1 second, Brother Bell. We just going to
Yes,
go
sir.
to our brief while you get everything situated. We got a brief 60-second commercial break for all
All
of
right,
the
yes, sir.
sponsors of the People's Podcast. We are grateful for every like, share, and subscription. Thank you to all the anonymous cash apps out there. You all help the People's Podcast keep going. Thank you for each super chat. We appreciate it. 1 second. And we come right back to Brother Lavelle out of Detroit, Michigan. And
For
we
me.
are live with the People's Podcast. Street Premiere Media Production. He has a 4K camera and a drone. He does television and film editing. Please reach out if you need any of that. Sister Naima, Stay on Point Dance Academy. She teaches ballet virtually to young girls all across the country. Sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me children's book and coloring book. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ. My two books, Cleopatra, which is a children's book, and No Father, No Excuse, both of which are available on Amazon. Perfect. All right, Brother Lavelle, we right back with you. Hey, Brother Lavelle, that brother said he's a god. He just moved when it's time to be moved, and yeah, it is beautiful. Yes, sir. All right. So you are a student in the ministry, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. What is one of your favorite subjects that you enjoy teaching
Unity.
on? Could you let us know why, sir?
With the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that our unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb. And I know it's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said in one of his lectures, he spoke about how we could be nationalists or Pan-Africanists or Israelites, so all these many different things, but we have to speak to our people with one voice and not speaking for some narrow segment of the population who believe thus and so and such and so. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said we must speak for all of our people, no matter who they are, what they are, where they are. He said we must be their champion.
You like Brother Bell, Brother Bell's teaching? Yes, sir. And people are bear witness. Welcome Salam, Sister Naima. Um, people are saying via the hub, they're saying this brother is a young guy. You're teaching hard. Thank you, via the hub. Thank you, everyone else
Praise be to
who
Allah.
was watching. All right. Our next question is: how did your family and friends feel about you accepting the teaching?
Well, my family, I didn't outright say, even when I was studying it, it was just, it'd be some bacon, and I'd be like, nah, I don't want to eat none of that. They say, you ain't no Muslim. I never came out right out and said it at first. But once I started going to the mosque and going out with the brothers, then they seen my seriousness, and they even have come out to a Sunday lecture to hear the message. So, they always joke about the pork, but they understand that I am serious about this, and so they see my dedication to it. And as
Oh,
far as friends, my friend, they seen more of it because I was a little different. So, when I was like in school and things, I would carry a Bible with me, and I carried my
mm,
Bible, eighth grade through 12th grade. Once I got to 12th grade, then I had my Quran with me. I had my briefcase going to school. So I was always, I guess I wasn't trying to teach. That wasn't in my mind. I just wanted to share these teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So the friends, I've had somewhere I may have not known whether they were listening or not, but they would come to me later and DM me and text me and ask certain questions to let me know that they were paying attention to what I was saying to them.
beautiful, sir. And I want to let you know, Brother Lavelle, that we salute you for all that you have done and all that you continue to do by representing, taking a
All
briefcase
praises
to
due to Allah.
school, public school, and representing the Holy Quran and Bible. That's incredible.
All
And
praises due to Allah.
people are saying this is beautiful. That's right. Your example is the best sermon. Thank you, Brother King, and everybody else who was watching. I wanted to ask you in Detroit and then throughout your life, have you ever been faced with fear? And if so, how have you overcome that fear?
Something for myself, I guess I've always been a little bold in myself, and most things I guess that frighten some people just haven't really frightened me. Not that I haven't been scared, but just I think from a young child, I've always been just a little bold to take certain steps that people don't take, shy or things of that nature. I've always been like bold in myself to do what is kind of unexpected for I guess a younger child. So most things I'm ready to jump out there and get to work.
Beautiful. Yes, sir. Now, Brother Lavelle, in your life, what has been your greatest trial and how have you overcome that trial?
Oh, I would say my greatest trial is I guess to study myself really and see myself I guess in the right light. Um because I know at a certain point I know that I thought really less of myself
Hmm.
and very low. But like coming into the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which really like just took my mind to another place, and though I was using my voice because I did sing a lot, and so I was
Okay.
using my voice in that manner to sing and things of that nature because I wanted to I guess bring people together, but then I see where the God he was gonna use my voice, but in a different way. And so now my voice is being used in a different way to reach our people the best I can. So all praises due to Allah.
Oh, praise to Allah. Beautiful. We coming back to that voice, Brother Lavelle.
Yes,
Now, and
sir.
people are bearing witness. Okay. Thank you all very much for all the texts and the comments. people saying somebody texted me said, "Would I ask you to sing a song?" What has been your greatest joy, sir?
Um, my greatest joy is to be a member, FOI, in the Nation of Islam, to be with my brothers and sisters, and soldier in this mission, which is the resurrection of our people. That has been my greatest joy.
Excellent. Okay, let's go back to this voice and the singing. I am an actor, sir, and many of the People's Podcast affiliates around the world know that to be a triple threat, you have to act, sing, and or dance. And some people have seen that side of me, but some people only see serious drilling and holding posts and all. But
Yes, sir.
let's deal with the singing side, sir. Is there a song that you would like to share with us? The two notes.
Two notes. My voice is a little, is not too there right now,
Okay. Well, what type of
brother.
music? What type of music do you enjoy singing?
I enjoy singing about just about everything. I mean, from uh the I can go way back, like the Platters, if you are familiar. That's way
Okay.
old. Uh, Sam Cooke or the Temptations or the
Okay.
OJ's, Jodeci, or just anything. The New Edition, everything. My playlist is quite diverse.
Okay, now you said a lot. Somebody who's talking about their voice now, you get a little nervous. But you saying I mean, you in Detroit is Motown, so you can go
Yes,
David
sir.
Ruffin. You can go David Ruffin with the Temptations and Smokey Robinson and all of that. That's good. You said Sam
Yes,
Cooke.
sir.
That's one of my
Sam,
favorite singers of
yes,
all
sir.
time. You can't go wrong with him. Um,
Of
damn,
course,
what else?
Michael Jackson. I didn't say Michael Jackson. That's number one. Michael Jackson.
You can't go wrong with Michael Jackson. Now, do you have any now Muslims can sing, so it's like you don't have
Yes,
to
sir.
give away your voice, but do you still perform at any talent shows at the mosque or anything like that?
I sung at the mosque a couple years ago. We had a
Okay,
family fun night. I sung, but
okay,
I haven't really cause right before I registered, I was kind of writing uh music a little bit and recorded a couple songs. Um, but I just hadn't been, I guess, inspired um and recently more to write more or get in the studio and record some stuff. So I guess when I
yes,
get
sir.
that inspiration, I'll be able to put it on full display.
Absolutely. And when you're ready, sir, please let us know. DM me. We'll bring you back and let you sing. And matter of
Yes,
fact,
sir.
this month I was telling my sisters how I got to bring some guests back who want to sing because the People Podcast, we love to see the talent of the believers from all over. There's a sister here who learns how to play the piano by ear, and I got to go live and sit in her studio and let her play the piano and things of that nature. Arts and culture is very key to connecting to our people. So, brother, we right here with you when you are ready to sing.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
your social media, you very active, representing the teachings. How important is social media for you to connect to our people?
I would say it's very important. I'm a debate coach for a high school here in Detroit, and praise be to Allah. So I just got out of the practice just like 30 minutes ago. So we were looking at some debates and I put up Colin and Malcolm and they're like, man, these are 3 hour debates and things of that nature. And it was one of the minutes that had popped up and they're like 3 hours. That ain't minutes long. But I would say it's important because of that, because of the mere fact that a lot of our people will not sit through a 3 hour or 2 hour lecture, but through the use of social media, you can give them 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, and it's broken down in a sense where you have the right clip of the minister, not one that they try to use and take out of context, but the right clip given the right word that can reach them in that few seconds or minutes that they can connect with, because they may not be ready to sit and watch even an hour lecture. So in that sense, it's great to reach our people who they're um attention span is not that long. So to be able to reach those ones who are not ready to sit down, but they may hear that and like, oh yeah, that's the truth. I'm with him. So in that sense, to help give the people a sort of an alternative to now they can still get the truth, even if they don't want to sit through the full 2 hour, 3 hour lecture. So to give our people the truth in a quick and correct manner.
Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I enjoy watching debates, and of course, we had in throughout school, high school, college. You have debates at the table or in a barbershop. The barbershop is the main thing. You go in there, people debating like that. Can you help give us some structure as a debate coach? You're the first one I've ever interviewed. How is a what is the proper debate setup supposed to be?
Well, the proper, excuse me, the proper debate, I guess it's in a sense, like I was telling the students, I'm like, I have never formally debated. So,
Hmm.
but even when I speak to any of our people, Christians, or those Sunni Muslims or things of that nature, I'm coming with the facts because the facts are what's important. Because a lot of times you get into people dealing with personal feelings. So I told them, I don't do the ghetto scholarship to say that because our people they watch a movie and now they know everything in that nature. But so a debate, of course, has structure, a moderator, it has judges. So we keep it's civilized. So we want to keep the civilized, keep to be civilized in that manner. And of course, you have, what I'm saying, what the argument is, whether you're affirmative or negative on the subject, and then your bibliography and things of that nature to back up. You state a quote or something of that nature, and then you back up what you say. And so, in that manner, and I use this example to the students of when Dr. Khaled debated the preacher, I
Yes,
forget
sir.
his name,
Yes, sir.
but it was on, is the Bible truth or has it been altered by the white man? And so
Yes,
I
sir.
use this example of because Khaled dealt with the subject, and then the preacher came. He never dealt with the subject. He just wanted to talk about the nation. So his issue was with the nation. So that was not a good debating forum because he didn't stay on the topic of the debate. Uh, I hope that answered your question, brother.
Yes, sir. Absolutely did. And okay, so what I've learned is, you said you're not married, right?
No, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, in the world, courting, people date outside, whatever. Nobody debates like a woman, and so I've learned to try to be civilized and learn the structure of just interacting with women. Uh, Sister, can we stay on the subject? Can we stay on the book? Can we not bring up the past? Can we not bring up everything that's going over here? Let's just deal with the facts, unemotional. It hasn't been necessarily effective, but I've tried to always use the same thing that I've seen from debates in real life in that way of staying civilized. And
Yes, sir.
so, yes, sir. So I salute to you and all of the students who are learning how to debate. If there are people who aspire to want to go who want to debate and be on the debate team and go to college and the buzzer. I mean, TV made debating seem so cool. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. What advice would you give to those who want to learn how to debate?
Um, I would say just get into it because when I was in school, I wish we had a debate team to be on. I didn't have a debate team, so all the quote unquote debating I did was on through it, the means of Instagram with people talking about the teaching. So I get it. Even before I registered, I was going back and forth with brothers on the teachings because I've always looked at the facts. So if we dealing with facts and research and things of that nature, and I love to get into the research and research different things. So on that, I say for anyone who wants to get into it, just I guess find one in your area that suits where you are and just, what I'm saying, join and get into it. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. And people, thank you everybody who is showing love and sending positive energy to our brother Lavell. Brother Lavell, how can we find you on social media?
So my name on Instagram is Lavelle dot underscore X, and my name on Facebook is Lavelle X Vell. That's XVELL for Facebook.
Wonderful. Well, Brother Lavelle, this has been an honor. And inshallah, I look forward to seeing you in person and learning some more about you and about debating. And we, as the People Podcast audience, look forward to hearing you come back and sing some of that Sam Cooke, Michael Jackson, and all of the other music that you favorite. And
Yes,
everyone who's
sir.
watching, all of the people who have voices want to sing and arts and culture rap. Because I had one brother come on Facebook. He argued about rap Nas every day. He talked about Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Kanye West, Emmett every single day. gave the brother, brought him on the show, said, "You got 16 for us?" Man, ain't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, y'all. If you talk about it all
Yes,
the
sir.
time, I'm just you gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying? And if you
Yes,
be in
sir.
Detroit, you should know 8 Mile, the home of my favorite rapper of all time. So shout out to 8 Mile and shout out to everybody who's holding it down in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Lavell, may Allah continue to bless you to have your spirit. We salute you. We salute your family. Thank you for representing the teachings of Most High Elijah Muhammad on social media as well as in person in Detroit, Mosque number 1. Thank you, everybody who was watching and has continued to watch and show love in 2025 to the People's Podcast. We're sending positive energy and prayers to our family out in the West Coast. May Allah bless you all and bless the people who are
Yes, sir.
battling the loss of their homes and the fires. And shout out to the firefighters for stepping up, and the police and everybody else, the citizens who are stepping up to assist in this time. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off with the People's Podcast. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Yes, sir. And we look forward to seeing Detroit's drill team. I know y'all gonna come with something new this year, so we're looking forward to it.